Okay then, YouTubers, so I'm out in Tromso and we're looking at the Northern Lights. There's some incredible colours. We've got pinks, I've got greens. This is pretty impressive actually. I'm capturing all sorts. Now, if you don't know about the Northern Lights, it's really quite simple. So the magnetic field of the Earth is incredibly good at shielding us from cosmic particles. And so what's happening is, as the cosmic particles come into particularly the polar areas, they end up stimulating electrons which move up an energy level. And when they move up an energy level, they absorb the energy of, or part of the energy of that particle that's come from space. And then what happens, of course, a short time later, there's a de-excitation happening. And when that de-excitation happens, we end up with light giving off. And the colour of the light gives us actually an indication of the energy level. So what we're seeing actually is evidence of the structure of matter itself, which is kind of incredible. And what's really incredible actually, I think, about the solar winds is I can see them moving. So they're swirling. Now what's really incredible, as I'm looking up into the sky and we're watching these Northern Lights, this excitation by stimulated particle, and then we're watching the de-excitation and the colours coming out. It is mainly green and it's also swirling, so you can see how the solar wind is actually changing and it's moving all the time. I'm hoping I'm holding my camera still enough, but you hopefully can see the pattern is changing, and that's because the sun's activity changes all the time. I'll go a bit lower in the atmosphere. You'll be able to see a bit of a change there. Now I can see some colours, I can see some pinks and purples, and as I was just saying, that's the energy level differences. So if they're purple, that's a bigger transition, so that's a bigger shell. So as the electron has dropped, it gives off a photon with a higher amount of energy. So remember, E equals hf, Planck's constant, multiplied by the frequency gives you the energy. So the higher the frequency, the higher the energy, and we know that purple is better or more energetic than red. Green's kind of in the middle. And these patterns are just stunning. Absolutely stunning. So we're in Tromso at the viewing station. So there's a little lake at the back of the city of Tromso. It's really easy to come out here. You just get a taxi ride out and then you can see it on a good day. And I can also see the mountains all around. It's quite incredible. So there we go. That is the Northern Lights.